everybody. Welcome to the Father's Heart.
Hey, good morning, friends and family. Beautiful morning in Kansas City. Hope you're doing good. Wanted to chat with you real quick about God's affection as a father for you and for his children, and talk a little bit about a principle called beholding and becoming. One of the greatest things you can do to actually see your own emotions transformed is to behold, study, look at, encounter, get revelation of God's emotions as a father. And I'll just state that again, it's so powerful. It's one of the greatest things you can do to transform your own emotional chemistry and makeup is to behold God's affections and emotions. Many times when we think about God and think about him as a father, we don't think, because he's this big, all-powerful being, that he has genuine affection. But most of the emotions that we have as humans, because we're created in the image of God, he actually has, but in much greater measure. If you look at Isaiah 62, one of my favorite chapters in the whole Bible, but Isaiah 62, verse 4 and 5, Isaiah here is prophesying to Israel, the Jews. And so we know that whether you're a Jew or a Gentile, we've all now been grafted in through Christ into the same holy people. But in verse 4, he prophesies and says, "No longer will they call you deserted or name your land desolate, but you'll be called Hephzibah, and your land will be your land Beulah, for the Lord will take delight in you, and your land will be married." And then it goes on in verse 5. So it says the Lord's going to take delight. In verse 5, it goes on to describe what that delight is like. So it says, "As a young man marries a young woman, so will your bride marry you. As a bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will your God rejoice over you." Now just think about that. The Bible uses wedding terminology, the bridegroom rejoicing over the bride. It's one of the happiest moments in most people's life, is that time when they're getting married and in the honeymoon phase. And the Bible is using that imagery to describe God's affections and delight and joy over his people. That is so powerful. You've got to get a hold of that. And I'm telling you, if you will meditate on those scriptures, if you'll meditate on his affection, it will begin to change your chemistry and how you know that he thinks about you, how you feel about yourself, and how you relate to other people. If I'm tapped into the affection and joy that God has for me, it's a much greater chance that I'm going to have affection and joy bubbling over for my own children. And that's a super powerful thing. So check that out. I encourage you. Just want y'all to know I love you. Comment. Let's wrap. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.